After a long wait, we are finally here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I just realized I don't have Discord open. Hold on. Comey, thank you for the shared gifted, or for the gifted membership. Thank you, thank you. Am I still using River V? Whatever pops up here when I am looking for a song is what I use. Whatever pops up here. Yeah, see, I was about to click this one too, River V. So yeah, doesn't matter who it is. It pops up here, it works. Oh, dang. Call me. Go to sleep then. Go to sleep. The VOD will be here. Every single time I see something and I want to click, it's all River V, so you're just going to have to deal with that one. Just type Monster Siren Records. I never think about it. I just type in Arknights OST. Okay, and there lies a problem. I don't use Discord on this computer, and you sent me a Discord link. Hold on. Let me pull them up using the Discord website. There we go. Yep. Yep. So, which playlist should I look at first? Okay, this is all the missed content since I left, and this is all chapter 14 stuff. Why not install Discord on both PCs? Because I no longer have two monitors on this PC, and everyone would see the Discord. So, yeah, it wouldn't really be the best idea. I have too much NDA'd stuff on the Discord to just be showing it like that. No. There's stuff to hide. There's stuff to hide. All right, so we're going to stop the music, and we are going to start with this playlist here. This playlist here. I assure you, the stuff that I'm hiding has nothing to do with infield. I'm waiting with everybody else. Sir Gotcha. I'm waiting with everybody else. Yeah, I'm waiting with everybody else. I'm even tell you, I've sent them an email and they've like not answered a single one. Like I'm scared. Like I'm trying to get into this beta so bad. Like, so you've seen the new Girls Frontline 2 shooter? Yeah, I've seen it. But today's about Arknights, so we're sticking to Arknights. All right, so side story. I think this is the entire trailer, not just the song. This is a new CN story. I don't recall seeing anything. Yeah, it's all in Chinese. That's the answer to my question right there. Kind of cute. Wait. Are we in altar season? Like, we're getting all of these altars, bro. I'm sorry that I have to be a little low right now because other people in the house are sleeping, so I'm trying to contain the excitement part. But are we in altar season? Like, what? What does he do though? I didn't miss a live stream, did I? That showed what he does. No? Okay, cool. That's cool though. That's actually legit. Like I'm really like excited for the all the characters that I actually like are getting alters now. It's about time. What's up, Dwarven? Big water, big water. It's a cutter? Wait, move too fast. I didn't get to, okay. Yeah, is this cutter? Yeah, cutter. It's free. It's free. I like cutter. That's cool. Who's this? Oh my god, I'm having a hard time figuring out who's who. She looks freaking familiar. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, it's Ray. Yo, Ray looks dope. Wait. Can I have 3 different characters on the home screen at the same time? Is that what that means? You guys know that you guys know that I have a hard time with commitment, right? So so when you see me with W and whoever else I put on there, it's either gonna be, I don't know who it's gonna be actually. I'll have 2 W's up there for sure though. Okay, just talking about the reruns. Oh, there's a lot more here. What the heck is left? Oh, wait, they teased this. They teased this. Hold on. Yeah. The green is ugly though. the green is ugly though. Why'd I have to have that color green on it. I'll probably still rock it. It looks cool. Oh, first player and second player. Friends. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Base. Oh, that's cool. That's actually cool, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, this is the playlist. I was like, don't do that. I don't like it autoing like that. Okay. China film collab. Nien. Okay. Okay, I didn't expect this. Okay. Is this Jessica? Where's her name? Yeah, okay. Jessica the Liberated, so it's her alter. Okay. Yan. Okay. Oh, that one's a really good one. This skin would actually make me like Nyan. That's the only one that I don't like. This skin would actually make me like Nyan. She looks so good. Oh yeah, that looks so much better than her original skin. Oh, Chung Yue. Okay. I was like, who's this? Sun, is that the count? That's a countdown, right? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Lawson collab. I thought we already had a Lawson collab. Okay, that's not fair. You can't start a trailer with freaking beans, man. Japan and China are so cool. Why can't we just go into a convenience store and see some Arknight shit? Lawson is Japan, right? So why can't I walk into a 7-Eleven or a Lawson and just see Arknight stuff? Okay, these are skins. They have to be. If I don't see anything related to skins, I'm gonna be ticked. I'm already losing hope because I'm looking at the screen at the chat. I'm already losing hope. Even this Nyan skin looks good. Dusk though. Ling Shu. I want all of these. I want all of these skins. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Yeah, I can see what you're saying, Comey. I haven't been looking down, but yeah, I can see what you're saying. My problem with Nian up until this point was that I just didn't like her skins. If this was actually a skin on her, I'm actually kind of sad. That actually made me sad. I want these as, look at Amia. Oh, chat. What speaking of skins, I bought that skin thinking it would work on Amia, that birthday skin. Bruh. When I found out I had to play chapter 14 before I could equip it, I can't even put it on her, man. I can't even put it on her. It looks so good. And I can't even use it. Oh, by the way, we're gonna be playing Arknights on the PC version, the Google Play Games version, because Red Magic once again rolled out a patch to the phone that makes me hear the sound out of the game out of the phone speaker while also casting. So they broke it again. So I have to wait until it's patched, or else I'm gonna be hearing double sounds. So it doesn't affect everyone. It only affects how I stream my games, which sucks. Yeah, and I've seen this. I woke up to this being on my playlist. I was like, what? It's so cute though. I if I had the kind of money that it would require to do this, I would. I would literally buy this for everybody in the chat if I had the money. Just make sure everybody had it. I'm dead serious. Like it's just like okay. I think that was the last one if I remember. Okay. Most of us, if not all, probably bought it. I mean, it's the daughter of Arknights. You gotta. That's the one character you treat with absolute respect. If you don't, If you don't like any character in the game, you have to like Amia. It doesn't matter. It like you have to like Amia. That's the daughter of Arknights. You there's no disputing that. If Amia ever comes to infield, insta buy. Yeah, I don't if there's a way to buy the character. I don't look. Part of me doesn't want you to be able to buy her. I want her to be able to be earned in infield, but it still would be really sick. Like immediately. Like she's literally the daughter of Arknights. If you don't like her, you don't like Arknights. You don't like Arknights. Even I took like immediately took a liking to her. She's amazing as a character. All right. So we're going through these. W version. I hate that these aren't in English though. All right. And then we're going to get with the story right after this. Oh, it's a quick recap. Okay. So this is the arc conclusion, pretty much, if they're doing this. Tiny King of Sarkas. Prepare to seek the ending. Oh, they tell you outright that this is gonna be the end.
Arknights 第14章慈悲高等見てなさい絶対に伝えるからあなたはあなたに変化
I will say, if Arknights ever gets to... Oh, HG said our Act 2 ends with Chapter 15? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Transform flame.
I'm leading the squad. No problem. I've got plenty of experience.
We're finally here.
The myriad souls have long
Logos.
departed, but our souls still must find rest. If the deceased require guidance on their journey to the other side, then I am willing to become the ferryman of the Sarkas.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Say my name, Doc.
Queen busted.
We should have. Not some code being picked out of a pile of sticks anymore.
We sit down.
It's my name.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, Free Savage. Not sure if I missed that, but whatever. He always looks cool. I have it. I had no choice. There's no getting away from that one. There's no getting away from Inez.
The red velvet
I got this
of
too.
light props up this dead diamond.
Such a beautiful skin, man.
The leaf trembles. The stream murmurs.
I think I got this
I
one. I'm not sure.
understand how they feel now much better than I used to.
This image is so beautiful, man.
Time will close wounds.
Mm.
Love will mend scars.
I can't wait to get this character just to have her.
The flames of hatred still spread. I'll try to extinguish them, no matter how many times it takes.
Mm. Absolved will be the seekers.
So, Doctor, please continue to stay with Amia and Chaotik.
I'm getting hype. I'm kind of getting hype again. Okay, I've seen this. You're treating my queen with respect. I'm telling you, if there is a W in the infield, it's a wrap for me. PTSD. Yeah. Nuke them all. She is my favorite character. She is my favorite character. Oh, they treat her with such respect, bro. They treat her with such respect. It's so good. It's so good. All right. We're finally here. We're going to get started. I wish Aether Gazer had animations like that. Unfortunately, they don't make the kind of money that Hypergryph does. Oh, it's a YoStar exclusive thing. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Simply because I want to experience this chapter, I am not going to use Wisado. because my Wisadel is busted. So I'm going to chill. Mine specifically, yeah. So we're skipping my stuff for today. Oh yeah. Hold on, I gotta hide the screen again. I gotta open Discord in order to open this stuff. Oh, it's squishing everything. Okay, let's see if it'll let me open. Let's see if it'll let me open it with. Did I just wipe this computer? I know I have Word and Excel and everything on here. I think. Takes me straight to the. Okay, Excel download. Okay, I found it. I found it. I don't have Excel on here. Okay, hold on. Hold on, I'm installing Office. I'm hiding my screen because I have to log into work to do this because I don't have a license for Office. Hold on, chat. Sorry. I forgot I needed an Excel file or I needed Excel in order to open this. Wow, Comey. Way to pat yourself on the back, right? Hurry up and install. Got an SSD here. Take your time. Internet should be no problem anymore. Yo, when I say the internet here is peak, when I say the internet is peak, I'm able to put my bit rate back up. I'm super happy. Super happy. Oh, that was agonizing those last few months. Since I'm on PC, I can game while I watch now. Oh yeah, chat. Comey has been welcomed into the PC. I'm not gonna say master race, but you know, The world of the PC gamers. When you bore me, I can just ignore you. Hey, I'll remember that. I remember that. I'm gonna just leave you on red next time. Okay, it's almost done. You now have infield privileges. Yeah, she'll finally be able to see what infield's like. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Comey, for the 5 memberships. If you just received a membership from Comey, make sure you thank her. Even though she's using this as a method to talk shit. I actually got to check if I get in. You can't check yet. It's we won't know for like another. I think week. Yeah, I think the week of the 29th is the last week we wait. And then we know if we got in or not. Okay, it just finished installing. Let me close Discord. Excel. Let me just make sure it's showing the right name. Oh, I don't have to sign in. Okay. Did they finally grow a freaking brain and remove the names from people's shit? Hold on, I might be able to log into my work without having to worry about my like information popping up now. They finally grew a freaking brain. Yeah, they finally grew a brain. Make sure it doesn't show anywhere else. Yeah, it works. Holy crap. Okay. I don't know why it says activate. I just activated it. I think. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Okay. All right, so this is the document that that Baki made prior to this release. Okay, so story stages. Oh yeah, this is the combination of all. Yeah, okay. Great aspirations were fate guides, silent crack, long voyage, fires of uprising, flickering light, rising shadows, final countdown, the dust is settling, goodbye, goodbye. I knew this day would come. Sarkaz have never been destroyed by war. We are strong. Today, but we will face the tragic reality of disunity and betrayal. There will be no reconciliation. I've never shied away from violence. Some Sarkaz continue to seek a path of peace. The banner of war flies high in the distance. I see Sarkaz's desire for vengeance. If this is your choice, I'm sorry, my child. This should have been my burden. Farewell, Doctor. All this should have belonged to you. That's crazy. Wait, both of them is... Oh, this one's specifically Theresa's. The EX stages is Theresa. Pack up. You know that both of us have gone with the tide. Sarkaz will render judgment with war. We are strong. From betrayal vengeance. From destruction, rebirth. Violence is the only answer to hatred. Some Sarkists continue to reproach their king. The roar of war echoes in the distance. I hear Sarkis' call of love. Goodbye, my enemy. Goodbye, my kin. Simulated assassin. Wait, is this an alt? Last S stage features 13 assassins, which is the same number of assassins that showed up and it was scripted to race a stage. Oh, I thought it was scripted to tell us like what would have happened if. Okay, I was actually gonna be sad that I didn't do it. How much has Lowlight planned ahead? Concept PV2. $2019? Wait, they were working on some of this stuff that freaking early? I think... I swear to you, one day I'm gonna have a conversation with Lowlight. We're gonna make that happen. One day, I'm gonna have a conversation with Lowlight. I just want to see how he ticks. That would be so fantastic. So this was in 2019. Oh God. Okay, there we go. and all you got to do is watch these, and then you can tell that that some of these might end up being heavy plot points for the story, but I didn't know that going into this. Five years ago. 6 if you count CN. Some of these designs for some of these characters are even different. I'm not going to watch this because this is just dialogue that I've already read. I remember that one. We're gonna start the story in a moment.
この船にどんな思いを込めているのか、どうしてこの船をそんなに大切にしているのか、そんなことを 何度も聞いてきたでしょ。ケルシー、私の答えはね、この
Kirishi? Is that how they say her name in Japanese?
ロドスアイランドという船があなたの家になってほしいと願っていたからなの。
The ARG, bruh, I've been moving and setting this PC up so that I can stream again without any issues. So if you're talking about the infield ARG, nah, I didn't get to participate in it. I saw everyone else plotting and figuring things out. Oh, I watched this. Yeah. Did I sign up for the infield beta? Yeah, I signed up for the normal signups, and then when I found out that there was CC signups, I signed up for those too. Thanks to you guys, I think my channel more than qualifies now. My second channel, the one that was built for Griffline, it didn't average much. It was a growing channel, right? But after the infield stuff dropped, everyone turned up. Everyone turned up. It just felt so good. It felt so good. We must carry ourselves forward on this path that none dares to follow. They better give us that cult said AS skin. I'll be mad if they don't. Why does she look so grown there? What? This was years before the actual event took place. Can we spoil? Nah. Nah, not yet. Not yet. We're about to start the story in a bit. This is before chapter 9 dropped. It was that far back? 3 years ago? See, I don't know the time, the actual like length of time, because I wasn't there when it actually just dropped. Just this chapter was the only time I actually saw when things dropped. Like chapter 14. I've never seen a chapter drop right in front of me like that. Also, yeah, that's why I showed chapter 8. Okay, fair. Oh, we just watched some of this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Did you put this twice? Wait. She might be alive? If this is a hint that she might be alive, this is crazy. It's a stretch. I know. I said might. I know. I know. Alive could mean a lot of things. I don't like how you did that. I hate you. Who said that? Who said that shit? Kaya, I hate you. I mean, old civilization and Originium are connected as we learned in Babel. Yeah. But it's the amount of times that they're showing her. This is just literally just clicking with me. We've seen so many things linked to Originium, right? But the amount of times that they keep bringing her up recently. Spoilers or foreshadowing will be met with immediate obliteration, chat. Look at Baki. She's making sure my experience is not destroyed. Oh man, this is great. I have the perfect mods for this. All operators, anything he says, anything Patriot says, I had to remember the name. Do not believe a single word. Oh, this is during the chapter. Yeah, this is during the chapter when he was talking about Amia, the king of Sarkas. Yeah. I remember this specific line, and I was so confused as to what was going on during the time. Like I thought he was just going bonkers, and now I get it. Wait, huh? Why didn't it load right into the thing? Why didn't it load right into the thing? Did I do this wrong? They probably changed something. Give me a sec. Okay. Baki's fixing it. Chalced's overdue answer to doctor's question. It's an obvious analogy to how the doctor is starting to see Terra. About whether or not utilizing Terra would be a better option. However, the important part is for this post is how Chalced treats this question. She answers offhandedly as if she isn't really interested in giving an answer, which is natural considering how much of a pedestal Chalced puts Doctor on at this point in time. Flash forward to chapter 8. Approaching the transformed Mephisto, Chalced turns to Doctor and says the following. Doctor, I don't know what's going on in your mind. I'm not a doctor. I'm a doctor, not a judge. This world is suffering from a disease. If no one treats it, what do you think will happen? Of course, living things usually have immune systems, and suppose the world does as well. It might be able to recover from the disease on its own, but we can't live in an even more barren world. That will only cause it to weaken, and we'll die because of that. As for the infected before us, I know what the hissing sounds from. Let me get this out of the way. Even if a disease is seen as untreatable to us doctors, death is far from a foregone conclusion. Until an effective cure is found, the patient's life is under serious threat. That's how we see it. There's one thing that a doctor will never believe, even if it's what the whole world believes. The disease is untreatable. That's an excuse, and one that should never be used by us doctors. It doesn't matter what kind of predicaments we find ourselves in. I will never use my medical knowledge in any manner that can be considered inhumane. I think that's supposed to be considered. From the moment all life is born, they all possess dignity. Yeah, I'm just rereading stuff so I remember it when we go into the next chapter. Um, no matter how no matter how society at large sees them, treating patients with empathy will always be my calling. That's why I'll never give up on life, especially those who can be cured. Yet we as doctors will never deny that there are precautions that must be undertaken to prevent disease from reaching even more people. The infected cannot become the tools of others. No one may control other lives. If I do anything at all, that would become a goal, a weapon, an excuse. If we leave it be, then we won't be able to take our revenge against Ursus. On the contrary, Ursus's wounds will become the wounds of others. We cannot leave a struggle of pain simply be. There are some diseases that normal medical personnel cannot cure. All the things that the world imposed on them will only rain down on others several times over every now and then. That's about everything a doctor can do. She prepared a fucking speech to answer a question you don't remember asking about a topic you have no knowledge about. And she's going to make sure you don't make the same choices. What's up, Dusk? I would read through the comments, but I do got to get to the story. Hold on, let's go back. Okay. It's not working. The links are not working. Yeah, these are all linking to the. Skip that. It's too long anyway. Got it. Oh wait, we just saw this. Yeah, this is when the doctor and Theresis is standing in front of that statue. Yeah. Theresa and Theresis' plan. Yeah. Yeah, I remember all of that. Okay, cool. Wait, huh? Wait, you showed me this already. Yeah. Yeah, you showed me this already. Okay, cool. I think we're all good. All right. We're going to start the story now. We're going to start the story. I was trying to rush it a little bit. Wait, old civilization infield. Fuck. Okay. Infield trailer. Arknights doctor and administrator the same person. I don't think so. But I can I it's the Oracle administrator thing at the end of it that makes me unsure. Mm-hmm. Beast lords. Wait. Wait, no. Comey told me this. Never mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and move forward. All right. It's time to do the story finally. Oh man. Look at my queen just being patient. Her design is so peak. Oh, look at that at the top, chat. Up there. All the way at the top. All the way at the top. I refuse to miss another character that I want. That 200 will be sitting up there until I need it. Whether it be skins or a character that I want, I refuse. Chaotik is funding infield. I'm not kidding. Look at this. The bonuses are gone. Oh, I thought I would regret it, but then after I did it, I was like, okay, wait, this is good. If I wait, this might actually be useful. Thankfully, I don't care about these. I think this is the one I thought I was gonna get, but I don't think I'm gonna get it now. Yeah, I don't think I need it now. All right, let's start the story. No, paying to catch up. Holy shit. Okay. I can already tell that this is going to be long as fuck because I'm looking at these two things on the side. Okay. Prepare to seek the ending. My head's in the way because I'm not playing on mobile until they fix the red magic issue. So, yeah, sorry to those who wanted to see the whole screen. Yeah. Actually, this should be good. Okay, let's do it. Not every meeting has a beautiful ending, Amia. A lot of stories end suddenly. A lot of stories keep us tossing and turning in our beds, and some stories end with a long, long sigh. In a wilderness without end, people meet and go their separate ways. But at the crucial moment when we cross paths, no one knows if we should really be saying such solemn goodbyes. Let's see if what I did worked. It did. Yes. Shows chat on stream? Okay. Actually, I like that. That's cool. Okay. Come in. Okay, so we're definitely going back a little bit. Teresa, you're back. Amia, what's the matter? Look what time it is. You should be in bed if you don't want Khalsa getting angry with you. I know, but I can't sleep. Want me to sleep with you? It's okay. If you still have work to do, you've been waiting for me all day, haven't you? Did something happen? Nope. Everyone's been very nice to me, and I'm keeping up with my homework too. I finished all the assignments Dr. Khalsa gave me. But I know you've been really busy, and I shouldn't bother you, but I don't know why. I really wanted to see you today. Yeah, it's that intuition, something bad's gonna happen. Yeah. Is that right? Come, Amia, I'm here. Teresa kneels down and hugs Amia. I'm here for you now. All right. I saw you standing here, waiting by yourself while everybody else was gone for so long. I remember the look on your face. I don't get it. Are you worried about something? Isn't everyone saying we're about to win? Yes, there's always good news. Our fighters captured another town. We advanced our position once more. Kasdel, our home, is closer than ever. But, Amia, Babel still has a very long journey ahead of us. Our goal is so far away. I don't actually even know if we're still sailing in our original destination. Teresa lets out a brief sigh and looks into the distance. Amia follows Teresa's gaze, but finds nothing. Babel does not exist to win victories. It never has. Victories and scars go hand in hand, and those scars are far more difficult than we ever anticipated to heal. Or rather, can they even be healed? Teresa's voice is very soft, almost like a dream melted away in water. As a cloud of mist rises, the brief, momentary smile that she had before now seems distant and hazy. The young Goddess girl thinks that for a moment or two, the woman holding her hand at all this time almost seemed to have disappeared into the mist herself. And so, Amia makes the effort to stand on her tippy toes and stretches her hand out. The young girl's soft fingertips touch the forehead between the eyes of the King of Sarkaz. She tries to smooth those knitted brows. I can just see her just... They can. They will. Teresa, I still remember what you told me. Perhaps one day, we'll be able to let everyone on this vast land fall into peaceful slumber. Right. That includes you and me. Go, Amia. We still have lots of time to talk about the future, but if you stay up all night, you won't be getting any taller. What are you going to do if you're still a teeny tiny bean by the time Rhodes Island is proudly sailing across the vast lands? If I point my ears up, I'll look taller, won't I? You really don't want to go back to your room, don't you? I'm not being naughty, Alright, let's not tell Kaltsit then. You can stay a little longer. It's been a while since I told you a story, hasn't it? And this is when things go wrong, right? It's okay. I still remember all the stories you told me. A long time ago, there was a great big desert and a tiny little doll made of sackcloth. The little puppet swore that he would cross the desert to find the legendary Plains of Hope. But you never told me how the story ends. You don't want to know how the story ends, Amia. You don't. Oh, that one, huh? There were a lot of scary things out there in the desert. If I were to tell you you'd never sleep again, I'm not scared of them. Besides, with you telling the story, I'm sure it'll have a nice ending. Alright, the desert. It was so vast and wide, like there was no end to it. Our little puppet had been through many great adventures, and at last he made it. His goal was right in front of him, the Plains of Hope. What were the plains like? The kind of place that anyone would like to call home. The kind of place with... She's not beating the allegations. Bunnies and carrots. Oh, man. The kind of place with all the carrot pies I could eat. With everybody on the landship there too. Maybe. But things are never that easy in these stories. He still had to overcome the last obstacle that stood in his way. The desert was very cold and the wind there never stopped. In the light of the twin moons, there seemed to be some black cloaked shadows whispering to themselves. But the moment he looked for them, they disappeared. What were the black cloaks like? What were the black cloaked shadows? They were the echoes of the oldest despair and sadness. If they catch you, you'll never escape them. What's up, Mordant? How you doing, bro? The shadows whispered among themselves and laid trap after trap to stop the puppet. The black cloaked shadows didn't want to let the puppet make it any further. They did everything they could to try and get him to turn around. Because if the puppet made it through the desert, hope would start to spread their way, and they would disappear. But the puppet didn't know that. His goal never once changed. The puppet made it past their traps and foiled their plans. All the tricks they had up their sleeves had failed. They were furious, and they decided they weren't going to hide it anymore. They were going to duke it out with the puppet and fight him to death. When he saw the shadows rushing towards him, the puppet took out a long spear, made a needle and some threads. Then Grissa, why did they become the echoes of despair and sadness? Well, about that. Did they catch erythritine? And the pain kept them up at night? Then maybe the puppet can cure them? Just like what you and Dr. Calcit want to do? Cure them? If the puppet cured them and turned them into happy and peaceful shadows, then everyone could go to the Plains of Hope together, right? Such a hopeful little Amia. And that hasn't changed too. It's just now she's not making up stories anymore. She's actually trying to do this for real. It's our little Amia. Were they born baddies who like to scare people? No, dear. Of course not. The puppet found out that they all had wounds on their body. It was the wounds that turned them into who they are. Couldn't he fix them up with his needle and thread? Just like what you always do? Perhaps it's worth a try. And now she starts to get tired. Sleepy? No, I'm not. Did he do it? The puppet tried over and over. Stitches were thick and ugly. The black cloaked shadows were livid. What happened next? Maybe peace and happiness don't come so easily, but in the end, they decided to let the puppet go. The black cloaked shadow watched the puppet walk into the distance. They decided they'd let the puppet give it a shot, but a big river stood before them. He didn't even know how wide it was. All he knew is that he couldn't see the other side of the river. He knew that the Plains of Hope were on the other side, but there weren't any boats nearby. There wasn't even any decently sized frond. What do I do now? The puppet thought to himself. He decided to see if he could swim across. But he's a cloth puppet. Right, he was made of cloth. If he got wet, he would only get heavier and heavier until he sank to the bottom of the river. But if he stopped there, his journey would have been for nothing. He leaped into the water and found that the river was cold and salty, like tears. Apparently, A lot of people across the lands wanted to go to those plains, but not one of them succeeded. It was their tears that formed this river. The puppet finally understood just how many people shed tears over this. She fell asleep. The puppet swam and swam. He felt his body slowly soaking up those tears. Did the other side of the river really exist? Perhaps the shadows were right. It was called the Plains of Hope because no one could truly make it there. People speak different languages and their hearts are not connected. Home. Home. But a river meant that there must also be a source to return to. Sleep soundly, Amia. Good night. Amia has no idea how she got back to her room. That night, she slept very soundly. Did the puppet make it across the shore? What happened in the end? Or a ravine suddenly appeared. Just like that, two sides have lost contact. Is this when she wakes up and goes back into the... Oh. Was she thinking back that entire time? Amia? Doctor, when did you get back? Is everyone waiting for me? I'm sorry. I'll just need a minute. You did well during the battle. Yeah, it's okay, Doctor. I'm all ready. Let's head over there together. That was a nice way to start the whole thing, with the flashback that she was thinking back to, instead of just throwing the flashback in there for the sake of throwing it in there. Like that's a great way to implement that. We're about ready for departure. Every one of us has to leave Brentwood. Good thing those bones are large enough to lift, good enough for us all to fit. The military commission must already have caught wind that we've taken control of the town and the life bone. It goes without saying that the skeleton is of tremendous importance. Their counteroffensive might already be on the way. Perhaps the Sarkas are watching our every move as we speak. My elbow itches. Oh my god, there we go. Ever since their rapid tactical unit, the Witchling, took to the skies, it's always felt like somebody's been watching us in the mist. It's unnerving. I'm not gonna hold you. I just turned to look at my bit rate just to make sure nothing was going wrong. Those last few months at the last apartment just scarred me, man. The battle will only get more dangerous from here on out. We all know that. The Exemplars would not give up their counteroffensive on Londinium. We have no other choice. Victoria's people have endured this long enough already. Good thing we've seized the skeleton. Under ideal conditions, it'll serve as a temporary stronghold. The wounded and civilians will also get to settle down a little. Besides, if what Hodor said is true, it can teleport anywhere, although it might make the users nauseous. This is indeed some much appreciated help, but something is bothering me. Why wouldn't the military commission defend such an important transport to the death? Perhaps they gave up because of the pressure of the battlefield, or perhaps Decorel? I forget who this is. Someone, oh, the Sanguinarch. Never mind. Underestimated his enemies. All I had to do was keep reading. Shut up, chat. But it's more likely that their plan in Londinium has already reached a stage where they can't afford to worry about anything happening outside. The Sanguinarch still completed his final ritual. That may be exactly why they turned their gaze not to the lifebone, but somewhere else. Chat didn't even say anything. Shut up. You just said something. Shanton, thank you. I appreciate you. I want a seat backing. Shut up. All of you shut up. Hodor has finished negotiating with the consciousness left in the skeleton. It will Yes, listen to our proposal. With its help, we will be able to return to the battlefield at any moment. Most importantly, it gave us an opportunity to get close to the airship and the shard. If we make use of this trump card well, just maybe we'll be able to mount an airborne assault on Central Londinium. Take out their headquarters directly? Good. I like that. The area around the shard is heavily guarded, and my guess is that the military commission's airship won't let us hover over their heads without a fight. All we can do is find an opening for our strike team to enter, and as soon as they've made it in, we'll have the lifebone depart. That means the strike team can't retreat, but at the same time, we still have to get to the bottom of what's been bothering Amia. What exactly are the Sarkists planning, and how to fold their little tricks? We won't be able to take the shard with this little time by ourselves, but we still have friends inside that massive city. We need to get in touch with them. According to our intelligence, there likely aren't many combatants stationed inside the shard. Based on my experience fighting their commander, if there is this Amia. Amia, what would, oh damn, all I had to do is keep reading. What would you say our chances are? No, we should avoid direct confrontation with him at all costs. No one is strong enough to single-handedly defeat the racists. Besides, our greatest threat right now is not a single powerful Sarkist hero. Rather, it is their ambition to see the plans come to fruition. We'll only be able to end this war quickly by stopping it from happening. A few squads on their own can't end a war. We still need the Victorian military. It's true that the Duke of Windermere perishing on the front lines is beyond what any of us might have. Forgive me, Lady Delphine. Standing beside you now is an intelligence officer in service of Duke Windermere, not her daughter. Pay me no mind. She's grown up so much. The Duke of Windermere's untimely passing has disrupted the fragile balance on the outskirts of Londinium. They're on the brink of war. Until a few weeks ago, I was still under the impression that if the Dukes were to put their minds to it and attack Londinium together, a Sarkist defeat would have been all but assured. But this would be a decisive battle, one far worse than what any of the bigwigs have been anticipating. I like to say they wish this upon themselves, but it's the frontline soldiers and innocent citizens who are suffering right now. So when the time comes, who's going to win? Us, the Exemplars, or the Dukes? Oh, sorry. I guess I shouldn't be asking that before an operation. It's fine. I know what it is you're worried about. But there's no need to worry. A great many people stood up, raised their heads, and woke up from their dreams because of this calamity, whether willingly or forced. You are far from the only ones. We need to focus on the problem at hand, how to break through the battlefield for our Londinium counteroffensive, as well as how to stop the shard strikes. The next step in the Sarkist plan most likely has to do with Originium. It's very likely that they will apply ancient Sarkist research on Originium. Taking the battlefield head on is our one and only choice. We received a transmission indicating we have several Rhodes Island support teams on the way. I forgot to refill my water before starting this, so I might go and get some water just for like a quick second. But yeah, there are many things we will only be able to accomplish here as Rhodes Island. I'll see our strategy executed flawlessly and put this crisis behind us. It seems none of us have any objections. That being the case, everyone turns to Amia. Suddenly you feel a hint of relief, gratification, excitement, and pride. After all, you're standing right beside her. This war has come to a head, and Theresis intends to use some more decisive and forceful means to tear Victoria to shreds. This has nothing to do with whether the Sarkists truly have a right to revenge. It has nothing to do with whether the nobles may bear this heavy burden for Victoria. If we solve all our problems by destroying our enemies, then this land, plagued by war from the beginning, has no hope. If the Confessory and Thrasis are there, at the heart of Londinium, toppling this empire standing on shaking ground. Sorry. There shouldn't have been a period. I will go to them and I will stop them. For that future and for the future of all. Amia has grown up so much. So much thick on the screen, you just can't. Isn't a big gap like this a waste? I got some real juicy explosives from Closure, enough to pack every corner of this place full. Focus, mate. Don't use my emote against me. Damn it, you just reminded me I need to find my emotes so I can put them on the other channel. I'll work on that later on today. They're still cooking up stupid ideas like mounting an attack on Londinium. This is the military commission we're talking about. Who knows what tricks Thrasis has got up his sleeve. So, bomb the place. Straight up. Look at her face. I love this bitch. I love this bitch. Bomb the place. Straight up. Why do you think the military commission went through all that trouble to hide the skeleton, instead of treating it as a second airship? This thing is fragile. It's only thanks to the witchcraft device that we can communicate with the firmament's lingering breath of life. An attack, no matter how weak, could spell the end of it. You think I'm talking about dropping bombs out of it? I'm saying let's make it the bomb. She's so crazy. I love her so much, dude. A bomb that can fly just about anywhere it wants. That can fly right into Thrasis' face at any moment. The perfect bomb. What? You're still thinking about letting it take us back to Kazdo? If we don't deal with Thrasis, we aren't going anywhere. Let's take the simplest path to solving our problems here. Got something to share with the class? Nothing at all, but I didn't expect you to see you so tense. Should I teach you a few deep breathing techniques? Huh? Whatever, W. Get in the right frame of mind for this operation. Otherwise, no amount of explosives is going to fix what's going on in your head. Damn, called her crazy. That just means we're going to need even more bombs. And you proved her right. If you say so. Inez, what? Remember when we ran into that lich the other day? Never mind. Forget it. You're wondering whether the Theresa out there is real or not again, aren't you? Enough of that already. I'm not the one you need to convince. I wasn't the one who called her a fake in the first place. Called her a fake first either. Yeah, that was you. Did I ever tell you your arts are disgusting? I didn't need to read your shadow. You've been pretty anxious for a while now. What will you do if you run into her again? I told you, it's a fake. I'm gonna kill it and be done with this. What if it's not? Then I'll rescue her and get to the bottom of everything. That's Theresa. I know. I think you don't. You haven't figured out how to treat Theresa, how to handle an enemy leader. That's a taboo, and you know it far better than I do. Inez, you know what pisses me off the most? I remember a lot of stuff. I remember the crystal on the head of the old fart who taught me how to make explosives. I remember the prices on your heads. I remember how Her Highness wrestled with that door and how Khalsid once got her hair caught in the same door. I remember all these things that don't fucking matter. But I don't remember. I can't for the life of me remember when's the last time I saw her was, or even what we talked about. Yeah, I barely I barely ever had a normal conversation with her. There were so many of us on the ship. I was small potatoes, and she was Babel's chairman. It was probably a joke, some silly complaint or nagging. I don't know why I had a hard time reading that. But it definitely wasn't a goodbye. This time, I'll make up for that and say it. Then I won't forget. Anyways, I gotta get my mercs checking over their equipment. This is gonna be one hell of a job. Whatever you say. But if your legs give out on you and you need somebody to give you a good kick in the ass, you know who to call. Yeah. This nightmare has gone long enough. We should be looking straight ahead. As crazy as W is, she does have a solid head on her shoulder. When she needs to think about things, she does, like, actually rationalize things. W having regrets, development, yeah. All preparations are complete. The airship is ready to take flight. Yes. It'll all be over soon. Come walk with me one last time, Thrasis. Very well. Military Commission of Kazdal has secretly constructed airship docks just like the one in the support layers of several sectors throughout Londinium. This is the largest among them, and it's where the airship was born. The ship is seen as as a terrifying weapon of war, a herald of destruction, and a flying fortress. But very few are aware of the original intent behind the airship's construction. It is to uncover a buried secret. And beyond that, it is to break free of an eternal shackle. The brother and sister are walking in the great ship dock, down a long passageway where every Sarkis they pass stops and greets the two of them. When was the last time they had a nice walk like this together? Thinking about it, compared to the amount of time they've spent together, the days that have passed is nothing. But they were also long enough. What's going on your mind, Theresa? I suddenly remembered that when Kazdal was rebuilt into a nomadic city, we stood next to each other on the city walls, shoulder to shoulder, just like this. It was supposed to be a happy day, but then it rained. Some said it was a bad omen, but I still remember how the soul furnace's flames looked all the brighter in the rain. And there's more. I'm suddenly remembering so much. It's been too long. It's been too long indeed. From Kazdal to Kazdal. Our goal lies right before us. There is but one last step in our plan. Those who walk after us will find a great city standing tall upon this land, and we Sarkas will do as we wish, seizing control of our own fate. I need you. Yes, I know. The warriors who once firmly believed in your path, the girl who was called the King of Sarkas, they've all come before you now. Of course they came. I always believed they would. Have you decided how you'll confront them? I've never once been confused, but I had hoped this day would take longer to arrive. Now that it's come to this, I actually feel I underestimated those I should have had faith in. Thrasis, I'm delighted. I'm delighted that even after we made this decision, they're still willing to stand up against us. They're decisive and strong, and they are growing at an unimaginable pace. Perhaps they'll make their way to you in the end. They may be much stronger now that the woman I was, the one who couldn't accomplish anything. I'm looking forward to it. Did I misread that? Oh, they may be much stronger than the woman I was, the one who couldn't accomplish anything. Then it's time for me to leave too. Theresa steps onto the airship's gangway, while Thrasis remains where he stands, quietly watching her. Theresa, This time, we should bid each other a proper farewell. Teresa reaches her hand out and smooths the creases on Theresa's cloak. Goodbye. Goodbye. The silence lasts until the still door closes and its thick shadow shrouds the two of them. They say nothing more. The pulsing of the myriad souls is ceaseless. Teresa lightly closes her eyes to bear with its surge. The endless murmurs are like the tide. It exhausts, it drags those within. Oh God, it exhausts, it drags those within it ever downward, and it suffocates. Perhaps within it once existed brief moments of happiness or occasional delight, but there is simply too much pain, so much that the pain permeates every word and sentence. O myriad souls. Even though I have almost completely exhausted myself, I still cannot see the other side. Shattered hearts abound on those lands. And so, even if I only grief at my disposal, even if my body was rod of tears, be my oar and be my ark. Let tears carry tears, and let suffering lift up suffering. It's time that we set sail. Logos is examining the bone whistle in his hands. He knows every pattern carved into it, and every wear and tear on its surface. He remembers receiving this from his mother when he was still a small child. Its sound was not nearly as sonorous and vivid as it is now. So this is a Banshee's bone whistle. It's my first time seeing the real thing. Banshees are a rare sight amongst mercenaries to begin with, much less with a bone whistle. That said, I've heard plenty of stories about the bone whistle. It's a symbol of terror. Its sound foretells death's pursuit. The Banshees portend death and willingly serve as the embodiment of death and danger. But I rarely ever saw you use the whistle. Not at Babel all those years ago or at Rhodes Island now. The vampire accused you of rejecting the power of your bloodline. It's already sounded. It need not sound again. Metaphors about death itself are a dime a dozen. But what comes after death? True, the Banshees portend death and nothing more. If death wasn't the end of all beings, and there was more than nothingness after the toll of death, Ooh, God. If death wasn't the end of all beings, and there wasn't more than nothingness after the toll of death now, then this foretelling would have been meaningless. That's why we set down the bone whistles for bone pins. New meaning is born from the pin's tips, while the past is only recorded by the same tips. This is why we stand together now, Hodor. Is that right? Yes, towards the other side of death, rebirth. It matters not what Therissus intends to accomplish. This war will not and cannot be allowed to develop into a raging fire that destroys the Sarkas, as history has seen this countless times before. Having burned for so long, this hatred cannot be easily extinguished, but we can stop it from engulfing all souls upon these lands. That includes each and every race there is. Doctor, hold on tight. The final battle is about to begin. The Fairman skeleton wriggles its body and once again dives straight into history. Fragments of time and fragments of time are like bubbles in a muddled stream. After they break up, the remains are still vague and indistinct. Amia feels the rippling space-time rushing past her. You look at her and see her eyelashes twitching. What exactly does she see? Perhaps nothing more than reflections passing by or fleeting hallucinations. The distance between memories and history is always much longer than we expect. Countless sceneries, both ancient and modern, sweep by under the firmament's frame. Those who find themselves are astonished by this advancement or regression of times, the disasters that unfold before them, and the happiness in their hands. But when looking up upon them from high above, perhaps these sights have never actually changed. Then the illusion grows much stranger and more twisted. A seed is rapaciously. I know it means rapid, but I've never heard the word. A seed is rapaciously absorbing nutrients. It reads, whimpers, and trying to tear. It reads, whimpers, trying to tear away all fabricated representation. This creation is far beyond human comprehension. Wait silently. This creation far beyond human comprehension. Wait silently. The slightest movement is enough to rend the Yeah, I'm already starting to slip. Continent. Jesus, it just wouldn't come out. The slightest movement is enough to rend the continent and allow the crystals to proliferate. Never heard that word either. No, this isn't right. This isn't the firmament's power. The sky, the entire sky is burning red. The lifeboat is out of control. It's being pulled off its original course. Are we under attack? Prepare to meet the enemy. Guard the entrances to all cabins. Watch for attacking aircraft. We're preparing anti-boarding measures. All non-combatants retreat to your shelters. Mercs, fan out. Don't let any drooling morons into the ship. Any damage reports? I'm checking. But what's going on? This makes no sense. The sensors I set up are all reading normal. The skeleton's not damaged at all. I just got word from the observation post. They've spotted no enemies. We're losing altitude. I can't control it. What the hell is happening? Isn't the skeleton your best friend, Horderer? Get it to chill out. Horderer, can you just adjust the course at all? We mustn't land in the center of the battlefield. I'm trying. Buckle up, everyone. I don't want anyone getting flung out through the gasps and the bones. I've sent out all my drones to try and pull out the firmament's bones back and reduce the impact of the crash. Don't get your hopes up, though. Our descent isn't slowing. Going by current speed, we'll hit the ground very soon. The meaning of language shall grant us wings. I command these words to lift this weight. Holy crap. And he fixed the problem. It's working. Keep chanting your incantations, Banshee. Horderer, keep steering us north. There's a valley there. We should fit right in. I'm on it, but my link with the firmament is fading. Can't control it much longer. Monster. Excited howling. Protect the doctor and prepare for impact. Its claws are digging into me. Calm down, doctor. You'll be fine. Amia, how are things going over? All the wounded and civilians have been relocated. Feast and Rock are working on getting the transport secured. Got it. Inez, my mercs have anything to say? They're all here with me, working on getting some witchcraft going. We'll need a little bit more time. We should be able to withstand half of the impact's force. Tell Horderer these bones won't shatter here. The valley's in sight. Our angle's not quite there yet. We need to turn left by another 20 degrees. Last chance for adjustments. 20 degrees, I'm certain of it. All hands brace for impact. The rest comes down to luck. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. I forgot we were just literally, I was expecting a combat scene. I forgot we had just started. Okay, let me go get this water real quick. Let me go get this water real quick. No gameplay allowed. Okay, I'm gonna get this water real quick. I'll be right back. On point. And I'm back. All right. Let's continue from where we left off. All right, let's do this. Compatibility. Where do I, huh? Okay. I don't know if we want to use Weasadel in any of these because I'm gonna just melt everything. Yeah, normal W is probably smarter.
Hey everybody, let's try to stay alive.
Just use her, it's canon. Okay. No golden glow. She's gonna make things easy too. Golden glow is pretty much just damage, so I'm going to change that with. You know what?
Got it.
"30 minutes earlier. Underground structure. You're back. How are things up top? Same as ever. Maybe worse. I used to be scared of those devil mercenaries who ask you for a smoke. The worst you'll get is a slap in the face if they feel like it. But now, it's all monsters you can't even describe that'll turn you into a puddle of blood without so much as blinking. You know what? I've been sleeping better. Because I know there's nothing but death if I run into one of them. Are the Sarkas still grabbing workers off the streets? Didn't see anything. We didn't dare go too far. Doesn't seem like the Sarkas are interested in ruining the city anymore. There's no one maintaining public order. They couldn't fully occupy Londinium, could they? What use is it to them? Are they really planning to dive the Victorian capital all the way back to Kasdal? Who knows? Honestly, I haven't a clue what they're trying to do. Why go through so much trouble if they want to kill everyone? How sad. Those who betrayed their friends for a better future are soon betrayed by the better future. No one expected things to turn out like this. You know we didn't mean to. Let me guess. You mean us no harm, but handed us to the defense forces out of fear. How kind and gentle. You all deserve a medal. Catherine, we save it. I don't have time to dig up old grudges. Not that it would help anything anyway. At least you don't gift wrap my head and feast and give it to the Sarkas. The question is, what do we do now? We can hide here. We know the underground passages better than the Sarkas. That's your plan, Tommy? Live underground for the rest of your life like a Talpi beast? Why don't you just go hide in a coffin then? I don't blame you for what you did. Given a choice, no one wants to go to war. But war is here now. Right here in our homes. There's nowhere to run. I ran into a few fellows who said they could get us some decent weapons, I reckon. Is that thunder? Rain would be really nice right now. Why is it shaking? Is Londinium on the move? But the mobility level is something's not right. Let's head up and see what's happening. Be careful. What is it, Catherine? You're blocking the window. The massive silhouette of the shard is just visible from here. The most familiar sight of and all the reset. The most familiar sight and the pride of all who call Londinium home. But the annoying yet comforting blankets of clouds above are nowhere to be seen. Wait, what's that on top of the shard? Take all of our supplies and contact everyone we can. We need to move deeper underground now. Hurry. "15 minutes earlier. Silver Rock Bluffs. We're approaching Silver Rock Bluffs. That means the attacks will soon start. When I first heard Wellington's plan a few days ago, you know what my initial reaction was? I thought it was too ambitious, Your Grace." Ambitious? You mean crazy? Yes, crazy. He wants the entire Allied forces committed to the front lines. 13 dreadnoughts, 45 assault ships, and 172 gunboats. 86 transports, 10 support ships, all our artillery, and 180,000 infantry, including those in the entire reserves. It wasn't an inquiry or request, it was a notice, almost an order. The Duke of Wellington has also abandoned the traditional Gaullist formation of multiple battle lines. Instead of having all fleets form single lines to penetrate the undead's line all at once, Godin and our forces are to be responsible for fire support and clearing out casters in the Sarkis' rear, while Wellington's vanguard charges at the center of the undead formation. Silver Rock Bluffs, currently under Sarkis' control, is a key pass between the Redmane Mountains and the Duskglow River, and a highly defensible position. The enemy can retreat towards Londinium, and even if we win the battle, I would have staunchly opposed the plan if it was not Wellington who proposed it. But you and the rest of the high commanders eventually consented to it. I'm trying to slow down because I'm starting to stutter. We've seen similar tactics in the military academies. They were the same tactics used in the legendary battle of the War of the Four Nations, which Duke Wellington fought. Victoria and Lothian alliance split the Gaulish lines into three and quashed their resistance. That battle put Victorian on a new course for the next several decades. Glorious as it may be, the past is no place to find refuge in. You also think the Iron Duke has grown old? Wellington is a military genius. He commands battleships with the same ease and grace as a Lothian virtuoso. I've never seen anyone quite like him. He is not one of those fools blindly chasing the glory of the past. The Sarkis is not the end, but merely the beginning of the end of the real battle. As for here and now, it's not just Wellington who needs a decisive victory. The Sarkis have the shard, and they've successfully fired it before. They could attack us or anywhere in Victoria at any moment. However, our war scholars deem any losses from Sarkis catastrophe attacks to be within acceptable limits. Yes, I did read Babel. However, our war scholars deem any losses from Sarkis catastrophe attacks to be within acceptable limits. Those losses will not compromise our ability to achieve our strategic objective. The Sarkis have not refueled Londinium since it's deviated from course. The city is immobile as of now. Once we take the pass from Silver Rock Bluffs, the Sarkis will no longer have the terrain advantage, and the Allied fleets will have a clear path to Londinium. Indeed, if everything goes well, we will be able to end this meaningless stalemate as quickly as possible. Yet, the word stalemate isn't an apt description for the Sarkis and Victoria. Telegrams from Castor Telegrams from the Castor hold are increasingly impatient. One cannot fault our backers for it. War is far too expensive. promise fulfilled too late is a promise unfulfilled. Are those the cannons from Gastro going off? The Duke of Wellington's attack has begun, but it's not time yet. Your Grace, what's the red light coming from the distance? That light, it's coming from the top of the shard. Hail Wellington right now. We must... Shit's hitting the fan, man. Everything's going wrong. You're about to get clapped. Doctor, are you okay? Doctor will be fine. Monster absorbed the brunt of the impact. How are the others? The good news is that we fell into a canyon. Our precise location is uncertain, but we're at least a distance from the worst of the fighting. Closure, Horn, and Siege have gone out to scout our surroundings. You should be briefed on the specifics soon. We're still assessing our personnel and equipment losses. Preliminary reports indicate that pre-impact measures were effective and losses are acceptable. Medical and engineering units are already at work. I'm afraid there's been some troubling development. Sky, it's red. Watch your step and keep up with us, Doctor. Suffering extends its reach to every corner the eye can see. From the top of the shard, Iridium spreads like a plague, devouring assimilation. Buildings, ships, armies, Iridium devours all and quickly expands. An unprecedented calamity indeed, one that puts even the most terrifying catastrophes to shame. And yet, an army marches through the rolling Iridium crystals, its tattered banner visible even from here. Suffering is but a marching order for the Sarkas. The ever-hungry procession of the Sarkas. Oh my god. The ever-hungry procession of Sarkas advances to the horns of wailing, sinking their teeth and claws into every enemy they find. Bloodstained boulders littered the wasteland as far as the eye can see, looking decidedly out of place. The whipping winds have ceased, giving way to a rising fog. Withered grass remains unstirred, yet countless tattered bandages already dangle across. Sarka's warriors stand in line, soundless and motionless, waiting for the embodiment of death and decay, the master of war, their king. A withered figure emerges from the death-filled fog. Oh shit. On the hills he stands. Through the swamps he passes. Out of the fog he glides, and through wind and sand rising from the withered grass. And upon the art's ritual circle he descends. Tattered stripes of cloth fall to the blood-filled columns, like a bony hand caressing the tombstone. Only the most seasoned warriors recognize that the undead's tattered ribbons, like the banners on castles' walls, belong to generations of ancient Sarkas tribes. Ancient Sarkas tribes. I don't know what I said, but that's what I meant. Their form ragged, their symbols recognizable, but their scent of war unmistakable. The Sanguinarch, that's who they're talking about. Regent's Crimson, Prince of Blood. We were never close, but the contribution that you and your blood made to the war is undeniable. I bear witness to your glory and shame. Slayer of the firmament in the mists, jailer of time, usurper of the royal court, executioner of kings. You denied the path that we now walk, as you denied the meaning of the Black Crown. But you gave your first and final drop of blood to the Sarkas. Your power shall not fade away, nor shall your anger, your hatred, your ambition. He spreads his arms wide. A black fog of decay rises, swallowing every boulder. Red fades into sand and dirt, vanishing into the mist. The warriors do not speak, but the earth begins to rumble as ancient witchcraft spreads across the battlefield. War, we nourish you with our best, their blood and bones at your behest. We're the living and the dead. Together we march as one. The black fog dissipates. A drop of blood forms at the tip of the Nasalam's staff. It's the purest blood, the only blood that death and decay cannot touch. Oh my jeez. This is the blood of the Tikas. It evolved in the call of Jesus Christ. Amnanam. Ananam. But was lost in the battle's art circles. Confessory searched 70 of them without finding it. The Nasalam, Your Highness, you have found it for the regent. The drop of red liquid drifts towards Salus and enters her wrist. Keep it safe, Confessoress. Of course, I vow to protect it with all the strength of my bloodline, my life. Vampiric art circles are still active. What of the Synchronarch of vampires? The purest bloodline, the cruelest of the sovereigns, the pride of the Sarkas. Did he really die so easily at the hands of the young Banshee and the Rabbit? He has not joined the mirrored souls, but away has he drifted. What a shame to waste so much blood. Meddler of bloodlines, do not desecrate war and death with your flippant insolence. Apologies, Your Highness. I was merely lamenting the loss of the Sanguinarch. And keep his legacy safe. His blood will continue to fight with us. Of that I have no doubt, Sovereign of the Withered Court. The blood of Tikas will fulfill its duty. If a mere tremble of Ananam is enough to burn the heaven red and bring up evil to the earth. And his final descent shall free our fate from the manipulation of Originium, as myriad souls have so longed for. Fate? War will crush all obstacles beneath its heel, even fate. Deathwood Throne rises, attended by innumerable war altars, casting a massive shadow on the battlefield. Silent columns of warriors step into the strange catastrophe, continuing their advance. We will advance before the storm, both the living and the dead. This war belongs to the Sarkas. A new beginning. Another quote from one of the Sovereign's general. No. I was simply reminded of the furnace at the center of Castle. She actually looked cool. She looks like a new design too. Oh, the big one? I witnessed many feelings before I came to Londinium. Yeah, she looks really cool. The scar under her eye, the sword, everything about this design is freaking fire. Oh, and the scar on her hip too. Yeah, this character's fire. Did I read that last one? Oh, the big one? I witnessed many feedings before I came to Londinium. It is an honor for a fallen warrior to be fed into it, becoming the fire that propels our progress. But it never seems to be sated. Small wonder. The flames of the revenant rage only burn stronger. Nadine? That's a cool name for her too. Would you call the nomadic city by the name of Casdell your home? What is the meaning behind the question, sir? And the final battle has already begun. I was raised on the battlefields outside Casdell. The black rocks and the bones of my fellow undead are the only things buried beneath the city walls and wheels. Where is home, if not Castle? Yes, what other answer could there be? The future is aligned with uncertainties, but this much we know. This war ends where a new beginning emerges. Have you made contact with Ursula? No. They were very thorough with mopping up Brentwood. Just as you predicted, our casters have picked up on the trail of the firmament skeleton movement. They considered attacking Londinium, attacking the shard directly. I gave them a chance, far too many chances. There is no question that Major Ursula has been negligent in her duty. She better have a good explanation if she lives to explain. Have you located the skeleton? We have a rough idea of its location, but it will take time to find it on this vast battlefield. Should I take a squad there personally? No, I will. We will retake the firmament's spine or destroy it. It must not fall into the wrong hands again. You're going yourself? Those mercenaries have interfered too much. They must be eliminated. Before that though, we will finish the ritual. Our undead ritual? I don't think you cared so much for tradition. Cyclops, Lich, Wendigo, Banshee, more and more have left. You've never seen these world courts in Khazad, have you, young undead? I suppose not. Other than the undead, it's mostly been vampires. Not the best neighbors, but you start to miss their smell when you spend enough time in Londinium. The blood of the fallen has returned to the earth. There'll be no new prince of the Crimson Court. How many sovereigns do the Sarkis have left? Logistics to command. We've encountered a catastrophe near Sulphur Chasm. At least, I think it's a catastrophe. We're being drowned in a tide of Originium. The ship has lost power. Weapon systems severely damaged. All systems inoperative. Vent systems offline. No response from Arch unit. I repeat, all systems inoperative. Enemy spotted. Taking heavy fire. Mobile arch device. Data automatic record. None of these messages made it out. The entire communication system is scrapped. To think that so many have died to protect this little metal box. I salute you. That bout hurt. I shouldn't take my hat off. Our foe is unpredictable, aren't they? There's enough intel about the shard to fill an entire building. But you and I must take the blame for our present circumstances. Jesus Christ. The man in the hat looks down at his counterpart. The man on the ground lies motionless, buried to his chest in crystal filled dirt. But the little box that he clutches in his left hand remains spotless. Truby Asher pulls the rim of his fallen comrade's hat down, covering the face that no one knew to begin with. It took a little more effort to receive the communicator, but wars made him a rather proficient undertaker. Intel received. Communications are still being jammed by severe interference. A little progress is better than nothing, I suppose. The Dukes of Fife and the 6th Infantry Battalion were ambushed. The landing attempt on Crumbly Plate has failed. Unable to reach the Duke of Gododin's scout fleet, Chilit has been lost. Large-scale, unanticipated geological changes across Silver Rock Bluffs front. Active Iridium concentrated above threshold. No good news. Are those troops? The ID code is... My, what a miracle. I'm a lucky man indeed. You are not a lucky man.
No need to make a scene.
So now we got catastrophes actually on the field. Okay.
No tardará mucho.
Please, trust in me.
Why do I look like that?
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
Flourish or perish.
Volcanic soot contains lots of originium particles.
It's agony,
That's
ever
fine.
etched on our hearts.
This endless
Ah, wrong unit.
This is the destreza of Iberia.
God, this shit hurts. Oh God, this shit hurts. And she didn't load up her ability until it was too late. Why is it just sitting there? Why is the storm just sitting there? That's the perfect spot for them to just...
Retreat? Keep casualties to a minimum? Can't believe those words are coming out of your mouth.
Okay, I know how to... Okay, I know how to do this time.
Please double check your protective gear. Also, remember to keep a safe distance from the lava and give regular status reports.
The green screen isn't greening. Oh my God, what happened? Oh, it's light now outside. Oh God, what's happening? I don't think there's much I can do because the green screen is starting to show because of the time of day. Actually, there's one more thing. Camera. It's still acting weird, but I think this is the best that I can do. Now there's a lack of light and it looks horrible. Does this solve the problem? No, it doesn't. I don't know what to really do. I don't really have as much options like I used to in my old apartment. So we'll just have to deal with this for now. I almost forgot my strategy.
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
Magma will dredge up Originian veins. Keep your distance.
A solo to you. If you're really incapable of settling this, then let me handle it.
Flourish or perish. Your life is mine.
I should probably do it on this center area instead. I completely forgot my strategy since I had to mess with the... Yeah.
Your life is mined with
Branch and bone bear weeds. Mounds and ruins bloom fields.
The concert suffering will come to rest.
How long is it just gonna sit over here though?
This time, we can make up for the missing data in the last report. Don't worry about me, Professor. I've scaled a lot more volcanoes than you can imagine. Don't worry about me, Professor. I've scaled a lot more volcanoes than you can imagine.
Please, trust in me.
agony ever etched on our hearts.
Can you move somewhere else, please?
Don't worry, those particles have no place here. I'll send them away.
Agony forever etched on our hearts.
Oh, I'm so gonna die again. I didn't expect it to just be sitting here like this.
This is the strength of Iberia.
And I believe it's also stunning my, yeah, it's slowing down my
Your
my,
life
yep.
is mine to protect.
Yeah, we're gonna move because this is an annoying mechanic. It's just sitting here on my body,
Performance ends.
and I'm paying more attention to the mechanic than I am my actual like strategy.
After such a conclusion, how long can the strings continue to vibrate?
Wasn't expecting it to just sit there the entire freaking match.
Yep, another beautiful day.
主の名を掲げ、この旗の元へ集え。こんなセリフを一度言ってみたかったんだ。
A solo to you.
問題ないよ。いや悪いね。僕は別に信徒じゃないよ。
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain. Volcanic soot contains lots of originium particles. Let's not stay too long.
Is there something I can do to stop it from picking up those yeah, because that's annoying and it's just growing. There has to,
Thankfully, the volcano didn't want to keep me that badly.
like there has to be something that it teaches me here. Yeah, I don't remember this ever being taught to me. Oh, there's a mechanic later. Okay, Dusk. That much healing and I'm still having trouble. And various types of healing at that.
War, ever inevitable.
Your lives are mine to protect.
Flourish or perish.
I'm gonna have to put you here,
Fear not.
which sucks. I have to worry about these enemies as well as this fucking circle. That's
dredge up Originium veins. Keep your distance.
I'm prepared. Fear not the firelight.
Your life is mine to protect.
I literally don't like this mechanic.
If you're really incapable of settling this, then let me handle it.
Forward.
Incapacitating them is enough, right?
Yielding is not an option.
A solo to you.
Yielding is not an option.
What would you like? Liberty and sunlight all around us.
This will be over soon.
Where do you wish to go lives? Now reconnected.
Entendido. This is the destreza of Iberia.
Your life is mine to protect.
Why couldn't you explode at the right time?
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that?
War. A word I've not heard in a long, long time. Mission accomplished.
If it doesn't teach me a way to counter that, I'm gonna have so much trouble. I can see how I can see how bad it could possibly get. 3 hours later. No sign of the Sarkis troops. The lifeboat is a big target, and we'd have left an even bigger trail behind us if we fell. I'm afraid they'll catch up to us sooner or later. Closure, can you confirm our position? I can only really get an approximate orientation with these maps I've got on hand. Damn it, still no response. Ever since the skeleton crashed, all our comms went down with it. My drones can't fly too far either. I've never seen this much interference before. Wait, I think a drone just found something. Over there. What's this? A voice recorder? Makes sense, I guess. On a battlefield like this is the next best way to relay intel, short of just shouting. That's the Duke of Castor's crest. Let me have a look. I'm short on time, so I'll make it brief. The Stone of the Sword. It has arrived at Silver Rock Bluffs, but the Sarkis and their tricks are worse than we thought here at the front line. My advice is to head to the battle from the southwest. Bring the sword. I've honored my vow, so the rest is up to you, Your Highness. No change, no improvement. Can tell your new pal that if it doesn't get back on its ass soon, I'm going to break whatever bones it has left one by one. It's long dead, not that he can feel pain. Why not pick something more meaningful to vent about? The skeleton's voice is already ebbing. After the crash, it had stopped responding altogether. The nerve bundles are withering. We've tried everything we can think of. Lubricants, supplements, and even some crazy witchcraft that I've never heard of before. My verdict is, right now there's nothing more than a colossal and breakable skeleton. It can't be dead, can it? I mean, it's already a dead firmament. You're telling me that it can die again? Hey Inez, pass me the mine over there, the one wedged between his bones. Glad you asked. Nearly stepped on it. And also, what kind of psychotic idea do you have this time? Just following your suggestion, I'm gonna go find a proper target to blow up. Isn't that old friend of yours supposed to be the skeleton whisperer or something? I'm sure she's still got an unbroken rib or two. So she should be able to talk. Maybe. Well, she will if she knows what's good for her. Ursula. She does know plenty of Firman's secrets, and it's clear she hasn't told us everything. But I have a feeling that she won't be able to help with this particular problem. Right. The source of our troubles is what's hidden between the dark red clouds above our heads. That's exactly it. The all-knowing Calcit. Let me guess. You got even more bad news for us. Regular catastrophes have no effect on firmaments, even if it happens to be one that has been dead for several centuries. The tunnels that it travels in can even drill through time. So how has it that a storm can seal them off? What's happening here is beyond the scope of a mere catastrophe. As we were falling, I had a vague feeling that the enormous ancient sentience remaining in these bones had gone somewhere that I cannot touch. It's free now? Our connection with it has been severed. It might only be temporary, but if we take too long, we might lose control over it for good. Your deduction is correct. Upon this inspection, Logos confirmed that the Sarkaz witchcraft cast upon the skeleton is being disrupted by a massive source of energy. It seems the vampire's ritual was completed. The confessoress, oh Jesus Christ, is aiding Theresis. Chi. I'm gonna just call it Chi. And has achieved what the Sarkaz could not for a millennia. Amninam. An ancient wound that refuses to heal. The Canubla. Of suffering. I don't know how to say these words, man. Mind skipping to the part where we can actually understand. I don't have all day. It was the first curse, just as it was the first Originium. Isn't that just a legend? You know, the made-up kind in the storybooks that Hodor loves to read? Legends are a shadow of reality, despite all the untruths and half-lies painted over them. To say nothing of the fact that this is a Sarkaz legend, a Tika's legend. Sounds to me like Theresis is cooking up some real serious beast shit to hang over Victoria. I fear that this too is the reason why he chose Londinium as his base of operation. The shard's ability to influence catastrophes and Originium is already sufficient for it to become Animem's beacon. Across all of Terra, as it is now, this is the one place that it can descend. Well, out with it then. How do we wreck the thing? Terra's current level of technology, there's nothing we can do. The only good news is that it has not yet fully descended. Have you figured something out, Logos? The drop of blood that the vampire possesses, the one that he calls the blood of Tikas, is still fulfilling its duty. The reason why Aninem is able to leap across the millennia and descend once more is because of his prayer. The blood's master has fallen, but the connecting veins hold steady. If we are to prevent the reemergence of Aninem on this land, we must break the vampire's curse, quelling the hatred that resides in this drop of blood. I think I can give it a try. I was blighted in battle with the vampire, and its influence on me has not yet waned. By virtue of this, I am able to sense where the blood of Tikas is. It is at the rear of the undead's army. It will likely be protected in a confessoress altar and heavily guarded. The amount of time required to break through the entire undead's defensive line would be too much. We could cross the Redmane Mountains, bypassing most of the war zone. Taking that route carries us a similar risk to storming the battlefield. Our observational reports indicate that Redmane Mountains have been completely transformed by Adnanam's influence. They are now blanketed in active Iridium. I need not remind you of its extreme danger, but it might be possible. Shiny has gone ahead to seek out Chi, and if things go well for her, she'll be able to come to our aid. I support the doctor's decision. It's a plan that saves us the most time. If we keep delaying until the Anonymous doctor Dr. Calcit speaks of completes his descent and is used by Theresis as a weapon, then we'll have lost any chance we might have had to turn the tide. Even if there are risks, we must forge ahead. I'll need your help, W. You need some hands to guard this pile of bones, right, Bunny? Right. The skeleton is crucial for our next operation. Besides, Hodor needs it too. There's no doubt that the military commission has been watching us ever since we crashed. The way I see it, it makes no sense to hand back something we fought so hard to steal in the first place. Give me a time frame. Now the time now is 1800 hours. 3 days. The surrounding terrain has been completely transformed. We will need to pass through a wasteland filled with unknown dangers. Even also the fact that battles with the inevitable in our journey, I estimate at least 3 days to handle the blood of Tikas. An immobile skeleton makes for an extremely conspicuous objective. Guarding this site will not necessarily be easier than the raid you carried out on it. I propose that Ascalon stay behind and help protect the Lifebone. But my job is to stay by your side and keep you safe, Doctor. During the Segment Arc's attack, it was my error that led to your injury, and a dangerous mistake I do not intend on repeating. The Lifebone is vital, and Manfred is likely to order an assault. You understand him well. I agree. The Sarkas will be reliant on their commander personally overseeing the battle and making decisions. If you're able to stem Manfred's advance, then that might relieve pressure on the mercenaries. I respect your decision. What about the gang of useless Victorians? Are they going with you? We'll head out to the front lines at Silver Rock Bluffs. Wait, are you saying you want to lead a couple thousand men, some of whom are civilians who barely held a weapon, straight into the battle with the Undead's army? You have your legend, Sarkas, and we have ours. We have the size of kings, the blade that can cleave catastrophe in twine. Since the Sarkas have controlled the storm, then it's time that this sword plays its part. You've been contacted by the Duke of Castor. Invitation to be precise. It is as we surmised. Since the Sarkas started their strange doings, the Victorians, or rather the Ducal Alliance, have been heavily hit. Castor, no, any Grand Duke ought to have figured out exactly the kind of circumstances Victoria has found herself in. We've all seen those altars spewing that red light, or any light for that matter. As it stands, Londinium and all its battlefields surrounding it have become a giant art circle. This is how the Sarkas fight. Not like Lothlinian, not like Ursus, not like any other nation's tactics that we are familiar with. The Trilby Ashers will have told Castor that all the intelligence they've gathered so far is useless when it comes to Sarkas tactics. The size of kings no longer will this piece of steel I hold in my hand be merely a leverage to get Castor back to the negotiation table. I will turn the tide of war, bringing true change to the battlefield. None of us knows when the next catastrophe will strike. I don't know what form Castor's Stone of the Sword will take, no matter if it's a square room on wheels or an odd contraption on an officer's back. I'll find it. If we can quiet these storms, I dare say that the battle will become somewhat more evenly matched. Sulphur Chasm to the front line at Silver Rock Bluffs. It'll take you 2 days, even if you follow the road that the Dukes have cleared from the westbound forest to Gibsonham. The Duke of Castor will be more than happy to snatch away the Size of Kings if afforded the opportunity. It will allow her to lead the Dukes in this difficult war and move her one step closer to the throne. And she will not be the only one attempting to do so. I am aware. The Duke of Windermere has died in combat and her troops have retreated from battle. If any other Duke withdraws their forces, the scales of war will be tipped even more against us. The war will drag on, Londinium's restoration will be delayed, and more blood will be shed. For Sarkas and Victorian alike, this is a battle that will determine our ultimate fate. As for us, we are the exemplars. Wherever a miracle is needed most is where we will be. Besides, the sword can really calm storms. If this sword could really calm storms, as the legends say, I dare say it would spread along. It would help I dare say it would help speed along your journey to Londinium after all this. Closure. How do you know I was done with my preparations? To keep things short, your ever reliable chief engineer Closure and her team have come up with seven different plans to get around the comms interference. The equipment of mine has also started analyzing super catastrophe trends and impacts. Iridium triggered reactions always leave a trail, no matter how intense they are. Things like dust concentration, activity index, and then there's spread conditions. I'm sorry to say that all these metrics are pretty high, as expected, so we can't tell what's going to happen in the most dangerous regions. We can deduce which parts of the battlefield are safer relatively. That is, of course, if we can go deeper into the heart of this battle and obtain more data. Misery's agreed to be our bodyguard, but since you guys are already heading over to where there's most action going on, I figured we might as well tag along. So, could we trouble the exemplars to look after us? Gladly, we are duty bound. Making sure that things don't get worse is Rhodes Island's mission, right, Cultit? Thank you, Closure. Doctor? Let's both go with Amia. Our path might be the most dangerous one of all, but I'll keep you safe, Doctor, just as always. I know you fear for the safety of each and every operator, which makes you hesitant to choose, but the truth is that I need you to come with me. There's no changing what we'll face during our final confrontation. Iridium has shaped the history of the Sarkas, just as it will shape the futures of us all. Perhaps you still have misgivings about why Rhodes Island must interfere in this war. I did not have the opportunity to explain in the past, nor could I give you a precise answer. I've never doubted that the dark clouds above the shard concealed some dreadful unknown. Yet, when it was revealed itself, as it has now, I still found myself confronted by mixed emotions. I'm not one to explore the subject of fate, especially not yours and mine, but now fate has reared its head and is coming our way. You don't sound like your usual self. Iridium's effects are far beyond any of our comprehension. Our, even yours, of course. Doctor, I hope. No, I believe that you're still the one who can change everything. I never had my doubts either. Doctor, I think we should get going now. All right. Not gonna ask me for a 21 gun salute? Take care, W. Look, little bunny. I'm not like the sheep over there. I'm really hard to kill. I think it meant really. The exemplars are ready. Glad to hear it, Siege. Remember, everyone, time is of the essence. Every minute, every second on this battlefield, there will be more people who are suffering because of Iridium. Our mission is clearer than ever. Stop Anonym. Right. And then we plunge into the darkest depths of the fog to Londinium. We'll bomb that tower and grab Terra's biggest bastard out of the rebel. We'll stop the disaster before us and any more yet to come. Alright. So, I feel like this was a good start, and the tutorial's next. I'm guessing this is going to tell me about that mechanic. So, we're going to stop here, and I'm going to do another stream tonight. I'm already seeing things happening because it's brighter outside. So yeah, we're gonna stop here so people can get some rest, and we'll pick up later on tonight. We're gonna try and handle this one a little faster than the previous chapters. I'm gonna try and do streams both in the morning and at night for the next couple days, and then we'll start slowing down as we get closer to the end. So yeah, thank you guys for coming through. Little reminder, this is the longest story in Arknights. Yeah, every single chapter that we keep going to end up getting longer, so I'm not really surprised. Go at your pace. This is the longest story in the game. Yeah, I need to get it over with by the end of this week because I start working again next week. So yeah, thank you guys for coming through. If you enjoyed the stream, like the stream, subscribe if you're new here, and we're going to continue on later tonight. I'll schedule the stream right after this one ends so that you guys know what time and everything, so that you can turn on reminders. So yeah, thank you for coming through. I will see you guys later on today, tomorrow for some of you. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Love you guys. Peace out.